Hey everybody, welcome back to another tech, gaming, and AI news nerdcap of the week. And yes, this is the final nerdcap of the year and the final video of 2025 for me and my channel. Normally this is where we'd run through the biggest stories of the week, but for this one, we're doing something a little bit different. Today's video is all about my top moments, trends, and standout stories from 2025. The things that actually define the year across tech, gaming, and AI. As we roll into the new year where AI is moving faster than any of us can realistically keep up with, I just want to wish you all a smart, successful, and slightly less chaotic year ahead. 2025 is the year that AI came for your RAM, your graphics cards, and the segue into today's sponsor, GigaChat. Let me throw something at you that kind of messes with the current narrative of AI. We've all gotten used to the idea that the best AI models are closed, locked behind APIs, and getting more restricted by the month. Bigger models equal less access. So when one of the largest open source language models quietly drops that's fully downloadable, commercially usable with no API paywall, that's definitely worth stopping on. This is GigaChat Ultra, and it's not just a big model, it's a statement. The important part here isn't just the parameter count, even though it's definitely impressive. It's the direction. Right now, most of the AI world is moving towards centralization. A handful of companies control the models, the infrastructure, the pricing, and the rules. If you're a developer, researcher, or organization that needs full control, you're basically out of luck. GigaChat goes the opposite way. It's fully open source under an MIT license. This means that you can download it, run it, you can fine-tune it, and even use it commercially without asking for permission. No usage caps, no surprise pricing changes, no "we trained on your data" question marks. This alone makes this release notable. At the center of this drop is GigaChat Ultra. It's a mixture of experts model with over 700 billion parameters, but only a fraction active per token. This matters because it's not just big, it's efficient. It's trained from scratch, not fine-tuned on top of something else, and it supports a massive context window. There's also GigaChat Lightning, which is designed for local deployment and lower-end hardware. That's an important detail because it shows this isn't just about flexing a massive model, it's about actually making AI usable across different environments. Both models are built with real-world deployment in mind, including offline and secure setups, which is something that a lot of closed models simply don't allow. Where this gets even more interesting is the rest of the ecosystem. The Kandinsky 5.0 image video generation models just landed on a leaderboard run by researchers from UC Berkeley, Carnegie Mellon, and UC San Diego. And here's the key takeaway here. The Pro version is currently the top-ranked open source video generation model in the world. The only systems scoring higher are the strongest proprietary models out there from companies like Google, OpenAI, and a few others. Even the light version punches way above its weight, running on consumer hardware while still delivering competitive results. This isn't marketing copy, this is a third-party evaluation, and that's the big difference. This is the part I don't think enough people are talking about. Open access changes who gets to participate. Researchers can inspect and improve the models. Organizations can deploy them privately, which is definitely super important for a lot of companies out there. And developers can build without worrying about API shutdowns. We've all experienced that, as you saw from earlier this year. In a world where AI is becoming more closed, this is a rare example of moving in the opposite direction, not just open weights, an open ecosystem. So whether you're impressed, skeptical, or just curious, GigaChat and Kandinsky are worth paying attention to. Not because it's perfect, not because it replaces everything else, but because it proves that cutting-edge AI doesn't have to be locked behind a paywall. If you want to explore this for yourself, I've linked the GitHub and Hugging Face pages below, so go and download it. Test it. Huge thanks to GigaChat for sponsoring this segment. And if you want more deep dives like this, stick around. Subscribe, like, comment. You know the drill. Otherwise, let's jump back into this week's video. AI is coming for everything. AI didn't just improve in 2025, it exploded. Models got faster, smarter, and more capable almost overnight, and companies shifted hard towards an AI-first strategy. The downside here is GPU prices, RAM costs, and core components went through the roof, with some parts doubling, tripling, or even quadrupling, yes, you heard me right, in price. Consumers are now paying the cost of the AI arms race, and the big question heading into next year is simple. Does this keep going, or does this bubble finally pop? If demand cools, prices could normalize, and if not, it may be the new baseline for high-end hardware. Let me know in the comments below, has the pricing increases over the past couple of months affected your ability or your desire to want or buy computer PC parts? Google's Nano Banana Pro might be the most underrated AI story of the year. After looking like they were behind for a while, Google suddenly started dropping legit bangers, and Nano Banana is the standout. Image generation finally feels usable. It gets things right the first or the second try, for me at least. Something that felt almost impossible not long ago. When you think about how far we've come from Will Smith eating spaghetti, it's honestly it's crazy. It's wild. If this is where we are now, next year is going to be insane. Liquid glass wasn't flashy, but it was smart. It subtly changed how Apple's ecosystems felt across devices, and after living with it, it just works. It's clean, it's fluid, and it's cohesive. The iPhone Air surprised me the most though. It's lighter, the battery life is more than good enough, and it became my daily driver. I still use the iPhone 17 for videos, but there's nothing that this phone cannot do. It's one of Apple's most quietly innovative products in years, and it has me genuinely excited for whatever foldable that they're cooking up next. Now, this one came out of nowhere and then ran the freaking table. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 went from under the radar to game of the year, and it earned it. Turn-based combat, incredible world building, a powerful story, but the music is what pushed it over the edge for me. The game made me feel things that I haven't felt from a game in a decade. Once you do play it, you're gonna regret it, and then you won't, and then you will, and then you won't, and then you will, and that's the magic. It's a roller coaster of emotions that everyone who loves gaming definitely needs to experience. I kept my Switch OLED, but there's no denying that the Switch 2 delivered. Big performance gains, solid pricing, and a growing library made it one of the most important hardware launches of the year. It's definitely not revolutionary, but it's exactly the upgrade that Nintendo needed, and it's already paying off. Let me know in the comments below, did you end up picking up a Nintendo Switch 2, or did you stick with the first one that you had? Was this the biggest flop of the year? Honestly, I think it might be. The ROG Xbox Ally X feels like an overpriced reskin with an Xbox branding slapped on top. It's the same hardware, higher price, and you're locked into an ecosystem that you don't need. If you're buying a handheld PC, just get one that runs Steam. You don't need anything else. Let me know in the comments below, did you end up picking up an ROG Xbox Ally X? What are your thoughts on it? No surprise here, GTA 6 slipped into 2026. It was poised to be the biggest release of the year, but Rockstar decided to take more time. I know that's frustrating, but it's almost expected at this point. If they're delaying it to truly land the experience they want, it'll probably be worth the wait. Still, I think 2025 felt oddly empty without it. Are you excited to play GTA 6 when it launches? Let me know in the comments below. This is one of the biggest acquisitions in a decade, no question. Netflix picking up Warner Brothers reshapes streaming overnight. But for consumers, the questions matter more than the headlines. The prices keep going up. Do we actually get more value? Or does this just mean more consolidation and fewer choices? Warner Bros. Owns a lot across film, TV, and beyond. What Netflix does next will define the streaming landscape for years. Either this is a turning point or just another price hike waiting to happen. Let me know in the comments below. Are you ready to go back to cable? And do you wish they would just bring back Blockbuster already? Before I wrap this up, I just want to say this year was huge. We hit 100,000 subscribers, which still doesn't feel real when I say it out loud. That's 100,000 people choosing to hang out and watch these nerdcaps and care about tech and gaming and AI in the same way that I do. I'm genuinely grateful for all of that. But this isn't the finish line. It's a checkpoint for me. Next up is 200K and beyond that. Bigger projects, better videos, better deep dives, and more honest conversations about where all this tech is actually headed. I want to keep pushing the quality, the production, and the ideas without losing what made this channel fun for me in the first place. So thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. And until next year, remember to stay nerdy, y'all. Peace out.